Welcome to the
Mary
and Jerry podcast, where we talk about
I have no idea what we're talking about today. That's why I'm so nervous.
life,
Love,
liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Boom! There you go, baby. That's right. Now, yes, my lammy pie is very afeared because she has no idea what we're going to talk about, although she knows the general topic. What is our general topic today, honey?
I believe you said you wanted to talk about something that we do on Instagram beginning October 31st of every year when Hallmark.
By the time this podcast is up,
Hallmark Channel and the Great American Movie Channel, those two channels.
Hallmark Christmas movies.
Christmas
quit
movies.
Beating around the bush. Here we go. Or the tree, whatever.
Well, what happened was in 2018, 2019.
Well, hold on. You're getting ahead of things.
I am.
So today we're going to talk about Hallmark Christmas movies. I'm Jerry.
I'm Mary.
I think we did that.
We did that part again.
Just to be sure. Because, yes, Hallmark Christmas movies is a topic near and dear to my honey lamb's followers' hearts because now you tell the story.
Okay, back in 2009, I think it was 2019. It was before the pandemic. And you and I started critiquing on Friday nights and Saturday nights on Instagram whatever Hallmark Christmas movie was playing. And they start right after Halloween. They're not all Christmas movies
much
at that
like
point.
The decorations
They're holiday
in
movies.
Walmart, Hobby Lobby. Oh, no, wait. Those are all up by Labor Day this year.
Yes,
and Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all the places.
What we would do is Jerry is famous as the grouchy historian for basically taking any Hallmark plot and comparing it to the plot of a war movie.
Well, if only they were that good. We'll talk about that in a minute. Go ahead.
But anyway, so we would do that. We would, we'd pick a movie. We'd say, watch with us. And people would kind of check in as we did our every 30 to 45 minute, this is what's happening. Please, I hope it ends soon. Or, oh, it's such a great movie. And we became known for our Hallmark movie reviews. They're very funny because you are very funny. And I never know what you're going to say. And I basically just react.
Yep.
So when he said he wanted to do an episode on Hallmark Christmas movies, I started my novena immediately because I have no idea. As per usual, I have no idea. Per usual, as per usual.
Per usual. Is that
I have no idea.
Only it's bougie, so it's huge as opposed to huge. Okay, so let's talk about Hallmark Christmas movies.
Let's chat as I drink my tea.
Right, because of course it's fall.
Cheers.
My honey lamb is in her favorite season, right, honey?
I'm wearing my Hello Pumpkin t-shirt.
That's right. I have the plaid flannel on. It's the most wonderful time.
That's
year.
Christmas. No, it is not that.
Fall is your
fall. Yes, but it's that the most wonderful time of the year is Christmas. That's my favorite holiday. This is the most wonderful season of the year, and there's not necessarily a song that goes with it other than Nat King Cole's "Autumn Leaves."
Okay, whatever. So yes, Hallmark movies. Okay, so let's talk about Hallmark movies.
Okay.
So I was thinking about this the other day.
Oh boy.
So all right, so y'all follow along, y'all play along at home. Have you ever noticed? Okay, so we started watching Hallmark movies, and yes, I mocked
We've
them.
watched them our whole marriage.
I mocked them mercilessly.
Yes.
I did, because
and you do.
I do. Okay. And why would you? I mean, what is it that initially drew you? Why do you like Hallmark movies?
Because it's a sweet story, and I know what to expect. So until, of course, they had Hallmark mystery movies. And then, of course, you don't know always what to expect with those because it's a twist. It's a twisty twist.
Yeah, they're a franchise now. Don't they have like 4 different channels that run Hallmark
I have
Christmas
no idea.
movies?
Anyway, so I like that it's a sweet romance. I like that you're always in a small town. And there's usually you're going to be saving the orphanage.
Okay, wait, you're getting into the plot points.
Oh,
okay, so
but that's why I like them.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about Hallmark movie plots.
Well, there's about 7.
There's like 5 or 7, right? Who was it that said that all great? There's only 5 great stories of all time, and they're all like basically you could figure them out from Shakespeare plays, right? So all Hallmark movies. Wow,
that's a sweeping statement. You're going for sweeping generalization right away.
Nope.
Here's
the
bold.
deal. Here's the deal.
Bold, Lenaburg.
Okay, fight me. All Hallmark movies have, I'll start with 5 basic elements.
Okay.
Okay. And the heroine
Mm-hmm.
is always some high-priced city slicker, ad executive,
Incorrect.
writer. No, that's true.
No, the hero or the heroine. Sometimes they change places. Somebody's a city slicker. Somebody's out in the country.
No, my observation is
No, because sometimes it's the high-priced lawyer or the
No.
high-priced
No.
accountant
No.
or the architect that comes to the town, and it's the guy.
no.
That is correct. You
Okay.
have to. You are failing.
Okay, fine.
That is a failing
25%.
grade for Hallmark Christmas
25% of the time, 75% of the time, it's a
No.
high-priced female city slicker, corporate attorney, writer, editor. Many of them work in the publishing business. Have you ever noticed that? Lawyer, right?
I
So-
am disagreeing wholeheartedly.
so
I
they
would
have-
say it's 50-50. There is someone from the city and someone from the country.
I disagree with that.
Well, you can disagree all
But-
you want, but I am right.
Be that as it may. Okay, so city slicker person
Okay.
has to go to Hicksville, right?
Well, what they
This is
what
like
they consider Hicksville.
Right, exactly. What
I
they
look at it
consider
as a happy
Hicksville,
little
because they have
place to
to
go.
either someone is dying, the Christmas tree farm is about to go bankrupt. They have to save the family bakery or the family hotel or the family toy store
or the orphanage.
Well, we'll get to the
Or
orphanage
there's a
in minute.
Christmas fair.
No,
that's
they never go home
extravaganza.
for the fair. They go home because someone is in distress.
Do you watch the same movies I do?
Sure, I do. They go
Because-
home because someone is in distress. And then when they get home, they meet like the hunky home
Their
handyman.
former boyfriend.
Lost love from high school.
Right.
Or just some dude who's got
Or
flannel shirt and a
young
pickup
lady.
truck.
Who's running the bakery.
Anyway,
My point is that you're not always right, mister.
Like-
And I watch these things. They're pretty much on 24/7.
Oh, isn't that scary? Anyway, so then they come home. So then they have to have some crisis because they're like, well, I don't really want to be here. I want to go back to my former life. But wow, those cookies are really good. And, it's starting to snow. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck in the snow. Or my car broke down. Remember the famous
Yes.
car broke down.
And in Christmas
what would
Town.
What would our son call that?
A trope.
That would be a
Yes.
trope. The car broke down. I'm like, oh, sorry, we can't get parts to fix your car for 3 days. Hey, but you know what? This town Christmas festival is the day after tomorrow. You should just stay for the town Christmas festival.
And they do. And then they fall in love.
And then they find out in the middle of the Christmas festival that some evil town banker is going to close the
You're
orphanage
being very aggressive.
and kick out all the orphans because it's always the same plot. They're going to kick out all the orphans the day before Christmas unless they have a Christmas craft fair that they raise money to save the orphanage or a Christmas bake sale. And of course, they have to have
One of my favorites was when the
emergency cookie baking. We need emergency cookies now.
My favorite, though, one of my favorites was when the family bookstore that had been around forever and ever and ever.
Okay, that was a very sad movie because it was a bookstore.
It was a bookstore.
It was about to close. I was very sad. I might have actually gotten a tear.
But she made, they redid the town. Like they brought in a coffee shop and they brought in a bakery and they brought in they were gentrifying downtown of a town that had been a steel mill town, and the steel mill went away. I mean, these are like, they can be actual towns.
Oh yeah, there's an actual town called Christmas Town somewhere in America.
I'm sure there
probably
is. There probably is. Many of these movies, though, are filmed
It's
in
in
Canada.
Pine Valley.
Canada, because they have snow there.
And moose, and apparently not much else.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, okay.
My apologies to our Canadian listeners.
Okay, so go with me here, okay?
Oh, I don't want to
So-
go with you. I don't know where we're
Okay,
going.
so then the hero, heroine, whatever. Let's go with heroine because I'm still right. It's 75%. The heroine
wrong.
meets the hunky dude in the plaid.
Is that why you wore your plaid
I
flannel?
did because I'm a hunky dude.
Okay.
And but wait, there's more.
Oh, there's always more.
And then her boyfriend shows up from the city unexpectedly because he's going to surprise her.
Right, and ask her to marry her.
And ask her to marry him.
But she's now confused.
But she's now confused. She's conflicted because she's like, the hunky dude in the flannel is really like lighting my fire.
dream.
But like this other guy's got a Beamer. He's got a pickup truck, but the other guy's got a Beamer. But I really like the guy in the pickup truck, but the other guy, right?
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you think? That's what you think the moral dilemma is about? That is not it at all. It is, she is desiring to meet the one that will elevate her life.
And
that
have a
will
Beamer.
Stop. That will hold her heart.
And put it in the Beamer. Seriously.
That is incorrect. These are romances. Do you not know what a romance is?
I think they're just movies full of confusion. Like everybody is confused about.
Well, that's a story. Somebody's being redeemed. Somebody's heart is being restored. Somebody's hope is being restored. They're about restoration, redemption, true love.
True love.
Figuring
and
out
saving the orphanage, right?
That's
because
right.
you have
and
to save the orphanage.
Figuring out who burned down the cookie shop right before the big cookie competition.
That's just mean.
That would get a national show, a cookie baking show.
Oh, those are my favorite Hallmark movies. Those are the ones that are actually pretty good when you have like, you know, the two chefs, the man and the woman. It's like, I hate you. I will cut you open with my paring knife. And the other's like, hey, baby, come on over here and check out my cleaver.
Oh my gosh. What did you just say?
And then they like have this intense competition, but the sparks are flying because they really love each other. And they're like, you know, what if we opened up a restaurant together?
Oh, Lord.
Or they bake, or they're having a baking contest. It's like, my bread is flat.
Stop. How is it that you make every conversation into sexual innuendo? This is not.
I was not doing sexual innuendo.
This is.
You just haven't. Your mind is in the gutter. I was talking about, you know, anyway.
Yeah. What were you talking about?
I can either confirm or deny. But seriously, right? Okay, so let's.
But I love playing Hallmark bingo. If we made that a drinking game, we would never, ever be sober between October 31st and New Year's Eve.
I mean, well,
we wouldn't be because it would be bad.
Well, wait. You know,
is that a bad thing? Is that
not
what you're saying?
Thing.
Okay.
We did play Hallmark movie bingo one night with.
We've played several
with our
nights.
people.
Yes,
and
it was a very joyous event.
It was a very joyous.
Everyone was in their cups by halfway through the movie.
Wait, and let's not forget the other Hallmark movie twist.
What's that?
The Secret Prince. Like, really, are there really that many minor royalty people running around Europe?
You never know.
That's
I don't know.
Excuse me. Oh no, I'm not a royalty prince.
Moldova could be a real place.
I'm the Grand Duke of Moldova here in this small peasant town.
I need a nanny for my child because
her mother died
in a horrible helicopter crash and you know
that's right. That's where the hero comes in, because the hero is always the poor widower that has like the highly precocious daughter that needs the mother figure
or the nanny. Yes, there's a nanny,
and then he falls in love with the nanny.
Remember the one with the real estate agent, or she was the stager, or she was a decorator. No, she was a decorator.
You would remember that one.
And so she had to. They have them here in where we live, where they have the really nice houses in these little beautiful towns that they decorate for Christmas. And then you have to pay, $30 to do the Christmas decorating tour. And so there was this one, it was pretty good.
We could do that in our house, but we'd only get to charge like $9.99. You can do a Christmas tour in the Lenaburg house. It's only $9.99.
Wow.
And if you have a Groupon, do they still have Groupons? We could do a Groupon for $7.99.
Anyway,
because the tour would be like walk in the house, go to the bathroom, and leave. That's it. That's pretty much it would be the tour.
And wave hi to the carolers that are on the shelves.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. No, but there was this. Okay, so the movie goes that he's a real estate guy, and so he needed his home done up for the holidays, and so she pretends to be his fiance because it has to be a family member, and she decorates the home.
Another excellent Hallmark movie trope. So I'm going home to meet my parents, but my parents have been riding my butt for 10 years because I'm becoming an old maid and I'm not engaged. Can you play my fiance?
It goes both ways, excuse me. Not just old maid, but dude that hasn't been married and he's in his 40s. Give me a break. It goes both ways.
I know.
How would you know you were married at 23?
But I mean, that's the trope. It's like I need
Yes.
a rent a girlfriend.
Okay, so the point of this podcast is what exactly, Jerry?
We're talking about Hallmark movies.
We are.
All of them. All the tropes, all of the overused plot. I mean, seriously, right? We just had this Hollywood writers strike
It's still going on.
because of, they're afraid that AI is taking over the industry. You realize that you could get an AI to write a Hallmark movie. All you have to do is plug in the various elements that you want in the movie. The name of the little town, the heroine and the occupation, the hero and the occupation, a couple of tropes to throw into, oh, my car broke down. Oh, look, here's a hunky guy in a pickup truck who just happens to be driving down the exact same road that I am, who can help me.
At that exact moment.
At
the beginning of a blizzard.
Buddy Cletus that has a garage. Let me take you over to my buddy Cletus. He's got a garage and a tow truck.
But the blizzard is coming. And
right,
so
exactly.
you get shut in, and that means you have to go to the little family inn.
Right, owned by this sweetest little old lady that just happens to be the hunky man's aunt.
Right, and she's going to lose the inn.
Right.
And the woman that's in the high-powered car, the Beamer, as you like to say, she is a marketing executive. And she can help the aunt
the inn, right.
save the
inn. So
inn.
you plug all this into
This is beautiful. This is a wonderful, heartwarming, redemptive tale.
Rinse, repeat.
But what?
You could plug this into, what is it?
Would you rather have Game of Thrones?
Now, okay. Now, hold on. Okay. Now, see, you went there, so I'm going to go there.
Oh, boy.
Now, if you wanted to really improve Hallmark movies and make Hallmark movies that guys would watch, now let's just take AI to its logical conclusion, right? Because they've actually shown that AI could reproduce old Hollywood stars. So picture this.
John
friends.
Wayne.
John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara in a Hallmark movie. Now think about this for a second. Maureen O'Hara is an executive that goes to a small town, and there's John Wayne, he's John Wayne. And he goes,
in his flannel.
Right, in his flannel. He's like, well, ma'am, looks like your car broke down there.
Oh my gosh, now we're going to do John Wayne impersonations.
Looks like we're going to have to get that hauled to town. And Maureen O'Hara, right, who, okay.
She's spicy.
Hold on.
God bless
her. Do we want to
her.
assume that our readers know who John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara are?
I'm going
if they
to,
don't, I'll be
yes.
very heartbroken. Okay.
Yes.
John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara
Google
had
it.
the best on-screen chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is your favorite John Wayne movie, honey?
On the Wings of Eagles.
And?
Oh, well, The Quiet Man.
The Quiet Man, right? So if you've never...
I mean, that's not necessarily my favorite. It's just really good. It's a retelling of The Taming of the Shrew.
If you've never seen John Wayne and The Quiet Man or On Wings of Eagles,
I don't know. The Quiet Man doesn't translate to modern culture so gently.
But it's awesome. And On Wings of Eagles, which of course has naval aviators in it. So that's also very cool. Or you could, what was it? McClintock.
No, not my favorite.
With John Wayne and Maureen, right? I mean, think about it. So anyway, so there's Maureen O'Hara's like, why would I have you haul my car into town? Well, because you can't be out here in the blizzard, woman. Right? So the chemistry between John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara. And then, we flash forward to a few scenes and it's like, well, those low down, dirty, rotten skunks are going to close the orphanage for Christmas. We'd better go.
I thought we were at his aunt's inn. You got to keep the plot line straight here, buddy.
What? Okay.
She was saving the inn because she's a PR executive.
That's right. This here is my Aunt Nellie, and she's got this here inn that's going to have to shut down.
Please make it stop.
But come on, wouldn't it be great? Now, see, I would totally watch that because
it's John Wayne.
Because it's John Wayne.
Well, that's the fun.
And then John Wayne would go,
"Oh my gosh,
come over here under the mistletoe, woman, and lay one on me." And she'd be like,
she'd
"Why?"
Slap him.
She'd slap him, and then she'd slap him, and then she'd give him a big old smoochie because that's pretty much what John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara did in all of their movies.
Oh my gosh.
The tension between the two of them was awesome.
Did you do this podcast just so you could talk about those two?
I did.
Wow.
Or, I mean, okay, so let's do another Hallmark movie. This is my other favorite Hallmark movie.
Oh boy,
idea. Let's do
I can't wait for this
Let's do a
plot
Hallmark
twist.
movie actually set in World War II, right? So you have the Allied flyer shot down over France, right? And he finds his way to the farmhouse of the young French maiden. Oui, oui, oh, oh. And now he's going to be stuck there for Christmas. But of course, the Germans are out looking for him. So the young French maiden.
Haven't we seen this movie?
No, but I totally make it. No. So then the young French maiden must take the handsome Allied flyer to go hide in her uncle's inn.
Uh-huh. Where he acts like he is part of the family.
That's right. So
he can hide.
That's right. So he is out mucking out the barn, and he's, feeding the chickens and stirring the coq au vin and, whatever else.
I hope he washed his hands in between those
whatever the French do, right? And, but then at the end, right?
They fall in love.
But
he has to go back to America. So the end is like 2 years later when he comes back.
Right, because then he comes back and she's still there.
That's so romantic.
Mucking out the stalls and stirring the coq au vin.
And hopefully, again, washing her hands in between those two tasks.
But he's like, I'm back to you. I'm here to take you to America.
Okay, so why are you mocking that? That's a beautiful story.
Because they don't do that. It's like always the same stinking movie.
Do you notice how your voice you squeaks?
They don't do that. It's
because
they don't do that.
They don't do that.
Or what about a Hallmark gangster movie where the gangster has, he's on the hideout from the law and he goes
is this
to the end.
What year is this?
It's like the 1920s, 1930s. He's like, I'm going to make an offer.
Do you notice how your voice is changing?
I know.
This is fascinating.
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. We're going to make those cookies right now.
So we can save the orphanage.
We got to save the orphanage because
that's what we do.
That's what we do. We rob banks and save orphanages. Seriously? So you can have a lot of, or your favorite. Imagine now. I mean, like a Hallmark movie set in the world. A Hallmark movie set to Shakespeare, right? Hark! What light upon yonder inn window breaks? Look, it is thy aunt bringing out thy cookies to cool upon the outside. Forsooth, we must saveth thy orphanage from these scoundrels, which wilt throw them out into the snow to die of exposure. Alas. Alas. Well, you have to say alas somewhere in a Shakespeare movie, right? Alas. Poor orphans.
Poor orphans.
Right?
They shall perish.
I mean, can you imagine a soliloquy, right? See, I know those words because we did Shakespeare in Collinsville, Oklahoma. Salute. A soliloquy from like a Hallmark character.
It just drives me nuts. Oh my gosh.
Wherefore shalt I come upon thy small town, where my carth breaketh down, and then I am stuck, forsooth, and I am surrounded by youth.
No, now you're rhyming. That's not Shakespeare.
I could do Shakespeare however I want because it's my podcast. You're basically
combining Shakespeare and Dr.
Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss?
Dr. Seuss. I mean, come on. Dr. Seuss, Hallmark Christmas movies.
Go ahead.
Let me
let him hear your brilliance, buddy.
I know. Let me see. How would I do this? Oh, it's like this. Hero I am. I am hero. I do not like that hero I am. I do not like it. Sam I am. I do not like that hero with cocoa. I do not like that hero with cookies. I do not like them. Oh, lookies. I got nothing else.
Oh, lookies.
But
there are cookies.
But you see what I'm going for here.
You would watch that.
I would totally. Or
oh my gosh.
Or come on. Somebody's got to share this with Hallmark because we should get credit for these ideas because they do. What about Hallmark movie? The musical. You love musicals, right?
I do.
I mean, think about it. Hallmark movie, the musical. Oh my car has broken down. What will I do?
In this small Christmas town.
Oh, look, it is a truck with a man in flannel. Hello, I am your man in flannel. Come to save you. and then she's like, my heart. The heroine would be, my heart tickles.
And she dances.
I love the right. You could do, what is that? Your favorite thing? The modern dance,
No, I don't. You
don't like modern dance? No. And then at the end, they could have like a hoedown because that's what you would do in small town. It's time for the Christmas hoedown.
Oh my gosh. I cannot. This is why people keep asking us if we're going to keep doing the Hallmark reviews.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I have to endure this every time.
Are you kidding? You laugh so hard you almost pee your pants. Because there's just so much material that I seriously. Seriously.
Okay, so what are you looking forward to this season,
You could do
Jerry?
a whole stand-up routine on Hallmark movies because, I mean, come on.
Didn't we just do that?
Well, yeah. I mean, come on. Y'all weigh in here. They all have the same 5 plots. They do. Now, here's the deal. There are some Hallmark movies that I have genuinely liked. I know, shocking, but you make fun of them. True. Most of them I do. What does it really take for a Hallmark movie to make me happy?
There's got to be a soldier.
Okay, that's true. That's a gimme. But besides that.
Or a sailor. Or some veteran of some kind.
Right.
Or a fireman. Someone in service.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Go ahead. What else?
There needs to be... well, one of the ones that you love is called The Letter, the Christmas Letter.
Yeah. But I mean, okay. In general, modern Hallmark. See, those are older. Like the Hallmark Hall of Fame movies, those were all pretty good. But there weren't like 89 of them in a year. There was like 6 or 8, right?
Okay, so you're asking me what you require for a good Hallmark movie.
Good Hallmark movie.
There needs to be spicy conversation. What I mean by that is sarcasm.
There's what? There needs to be...
There's tension.
Which means there's...
Witty
chemistry between.
Why are you asking me this? I have yet to find a Hallmark movie other than some of the older ones that you like.
Oh, I do. I like them, but they have to have chemistry. The only thing that will save your typical average Hallmark movie version number 4 is when the actors.
They have to have a witty.
Do you say actress anymore?
It's like Gilmore Girls in the early years. You love that stuff. Like
they have to have chemistry between
them.
Like even that one, I don't remember which one. That one Prince movie, which I normally
from Moldova
mercilessly mock those movies.
They were sassy. They were going back and forth and back and forth.
Actually, pretty good because the Prince was like, "Wow, did he just say that? Like,
yes,
that's pretty spicy for a Hallmark movie." And I'm like, "You go, dude." That can take.
You like great dialogue.
I love great dialogue.
You
can take a mediocre Hallmark movie. There's never a plot twist. It's always the same plot. Never a plot twist.
You make sure nobody dies.
Oh Lord, no, no, that violates all the Hallmark. No, no.
But somebody can be sick. They have to
recover at the end.
Yes.
No.
That violates all Hallmark.
That violates all the Hallmark movie rules. But you have to have chemistry, right? So there's certain actors. Can you say actresses?
Yes.
Is that woke now? Okay.
No, there's certain actors and actresses.
And actresses that I'm like, okay, if those two in there, I'll give it a fair shot because I love those. Right? I mean,
you've seen them in other movies together.
Oh, yeah. There's seriously like this stable. There's probably people in Hollywood that make their entire living doing Hallmark movies.
Yes.
And that's all they do. Now, they probably make them in the summer. I've heard they make Hallmark movies in the summer.
In Canada.
Yes. Which means it's got to still be not cold. And you're like trying to fake the snow. Here, let's dump some fake snow on you and whatever. But
it works.
You have to have chemistry and you have to have good dialogue. There has to be witty banter. And that makes the regular plot of the orphanage cookie
survivable
Christmas festival survivable because there's never a plot twist. Never.
What is your requirement for watching a Hallmark movie? How
Bourbon.
does the
Oh, sorry. Bourbon. That's usually the answer.
Describe the ambiance, Jerry, of the room you're in. How is it? How do you have to be? What are the rules? We have rules.
Well, by the time we get to the Hallmark movies, which yes, I know they've backed them all up, but I can't take it's like everything else. We have some discussions. I can't start Christmas until after Thanksgiving. I don't care what Walmart and Hobby Lobby says. You do not start Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That just violates all tenets of Western civilization.
Wow. Okay.
But what do I like? Okay, so we have to have some Christmas decorations.
Yes.
There has to be
twinkle lights.
We have to have like hot chocolate or something.
Or, Bailey's cream hot chocolate or our spiced rum tea or something. Mm-hmm.
Or
really
when
great
you make your
snack.
hot toddy.
Yes.
Love your hot toddy.
The drink, yes. It's really
the drink,
tasty.
yeah. I was talking about the drink. What do you think I was talking about? Come on. Oh my gosh, get your mind out of the gutter. And snacks.
You're killing me. And snacks.
Snacks.
What is your favorite Hallmark movie watching snack, Jerry?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, you make popcorn. I like popcorn. Now, if you're my parents, you would have an apple with your popcorn.
Yes, always a Granny Smith apple.
Granny Smith apple and popcorn. And a hot toddy.
Yep. Oh
perhaps some bourbon. Although cheese and crackers is good sometimes too.
Yes, I do make a wicked Christmas charcuterie.
Yes. I'll watch almost any Hallmark movie if
Mary makes charcuterie.
If Mary makes charcuterie. Yeah, that's pretty much my requirement. Now,
cookies and milk.
Or cookies and milk. And of course my requirement is only
we will watch one.
We tried to do a double header one night and my head almost exploded. Because I'm like, no, we just saved the orphans. We can't save the orphans again. No, that just isn't going to work for me. So yeah. We
How
watch.
many Hallmark movies a week can you watch, Jerry?
Well, we typically watch one.
That is incorrect, Jerry.
Maybe two.
That is correct, Jerry. We watch between 2 during the holiday season. We watch between 2 and 4 Christmas movies
Not
a week.
a week.
Yes, sir, we do.
No.
Yes.
I have no memory of that, Senator.
Well, probably because you're drinking bourbon, reading your latest history novel on some World War II plane while the movie is on. And I'm cross-stitching something.
And yet I can always keep up with the plot. Weird, isn't that? Right?
Okay.
But yes,
yet we're still watching them, Jerry.
Well, it's a tradition now. The people ask for it. I mean,
people?
No, you literally have your Instagram followers like the 1st of October. When are you guys going to start Hallmark Christmas movies? Like, really, people?
That's only because you're funny.
I try to be.
I'm not that funny.
No, you're really not. But you try to keep up.
Wow.
Come on. Would you have come up with...
On my own, I'm pretty darn funny. Thank you. Ask anybody that's ever heard me give a talk. Come on now.
You're amusing, yes. You would never come up with John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara.
No, because it's stupid. Sorry. That's an offensive word in our house. No, because it's just silly. It's just silly. Okay, Jerry.
Or, wait, I got one more good idea.
Oh, geez.
What if we had an Arnold Schwarzenegger Hallmark movie? Come with me. He'd walk into the orphanage and go,
I kill you last.
Come with me if you want to live. He's like,
the cookies are in the courtyard.
I love the cookies. I love tossing them.
Oh my gosh.
Or he'd go, I'm going to lift up your car so you can change your tire now.
The blizzard is coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? I mean, come on.
Wow.
I am now going to...
So the point of this whole podcast was what, Jerry?
Talk about Hallmark Christmas movies. Because by the time this podcast goes up, we will almost be there. So, we're going to cordially invite everyone to pay attention to your Instagram because we will...
Come join us,
because
friends.
we always announce what movie we're going to do so that everyone can follow along from home.
And we, like I said, we don't always do... We do sometimes the Hallmark channel. Sometimes now it's the Great American Movie Channel that we do as well because some of the ones on Hallmark got a little
questionable.
Yeah, so
we'll just say that
we choose from wherever we can find them that aren't, too off the beaten Hallmark path.
That was very politely
Thank
done.
you. Thank you very much.
That haven't gone totally freaking woke.
Okay. Well, there. Just, take the pin out of the grenade and throw it in there. Why don't you?
Darn straight, Skippy. That's what John Wayne would do.
Well.
I'm just saying.
All right, Jer. Well, thanks, everybody, for this. Wow. You're choking on it, are you?
But wait, there's more.
It is now time, friends.
For the
not-so-newlywed game.
Well, remember, also, I think I have to do my math. I think by the time this podcast goes up, you might be in Poland, too. So,
We'll talk about that when I get back from Poland.
I know. It should be a fun podcast.
Can't
wait to hear about...
Because I'm going to Poland with my 82-year-old mother.
That's right, on a pilgrimage.
Mm-hmm.
John Paul II, Faustina.
Maximilian Kolbe.
With
my 82-year-old mother.
You've mentioned that before.
She's very adventurous, my mother.
Yes.
I am not.
No.
At least when I travel without you, I am not. I'm pretty much like follow the rules.
Yes.
With you,
Anyway, on to the
not so newlywed game.
All right. Here we go. All right.
This is going to be interesting. Do you have any like Hallmark movie questions?
Hold on. Oh no. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Oh,
the laugh.
Oh, this
the not so newlywed laugh.
Well, we have to behave ourselves a little bit.
Why? You've broken most of the broadcasting rules.
No, but this hits home for you.
Oh boy. Okay, honey.
You ready? Hold on. Me. What's something you never confessed to your parents until much later that you can now laugh about?
I pretty much got caught in everything, so I don't have an answer to that question.
Oh, that's a good question.
I really don't. They know all the things. They probably didn't know that I would skip school to watch, Hope and Bo get married on Days of Our Lives. I don't think they knew that.
Skip school to watch soap operas?
Weddings. Only the weddings.
Really?
That took place over 3 days. Absolutely. And then
that sounds like a real life wedding. This wedding is taking 3 days. It takes forever.
Yeah. Well, it was before we had VHS recording devices. So you had to watch it live.
If anybody out there doesn't know, a VHS is a little cassette tape.
Oh my gosh, Google it. Okay, moving on. No, I don't know what they.
Okay. So here's a fun fact about
Lord.
me.
Oh, thank God.
So,
not me.
I had a challenging time my first year at the Naval Academy, which I didn't tell my parents about.
Well, okay.
Because I was having academic issues. I mean, it was just...
You were failing.
It was an ugly time.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You were failing.
Yeah.
You were not doing well in your PT.
It was just a crappy year overall.
And you were getting hazed and you were getting bullied. And
Well, we don't call it that.
Whatever.
I was receiving extra instruction.
Okay. And the guy that was in charge of your group of plebes looked at all of you and said, none of you belong here. You're just, this is not the place for you. And it is my job to make sure that by Christmas, you're all home.
Yeah.
And of those 4 guys,
yeah,
you were the last man standing.
I was last man standing, baby.
It tells everybody outlast.
Here's what I didn't know until my father passed away. And we were going through my mother's papers. Now, my mother kept everything and she loved scrapbooks. So we're looking through the scrapbooks in my mother's box and I go, and there's a scrapbook that says Jerry Naval Academy. And I go, what's this? I open it up. It's every quarterly report card I got as a midshipman.
This is before they had the rule where you had to opt in for parents to get
Yeah, I did not know this. And I'm
You thought you were fooling your parents?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
an idiot.
I'm like... Well,
did you not ever meet Don and Elner?
But they never said anything.
No, because they were very much they respected your privacy, and if you wanted to talk to them about it, you would have come to them and talked to them about it.
I'm flipping through and I'm going, holy crap! They sent home everything.
Mm-hmm. All the letters that said.
I'm sitting there with my mother because
he's not going to make it to Christmas.
Because this was that Thanksgiving that we spent
2019
with my mom before she passed away, and I go. Mom,
I'm sorry, 2020.
It was 2019.
19? Okay.
And I'm like, Mom, did you get these the entire 4 years I was there? And she's like, well, we sure did, Jordan. And I go, huh. So you knew that I was
failing.
That I was academically challenged my plebe year.
You were on academic probation.
And failing the first semester of my youngster or first semester of my sophomore year.
It's the only time your report card and my report card said the same thing, ever.
Oh, no. Don't even go there. I had 1 F.
As did I.
But that was the only one I ever got.
That's not the point. For 1 semester in our academic lives together.
1.
one semester, there were things that were similar. It was beautiful. It's glorious.
Anyway.
Made me love you even more.
Well, funny story. So that was when I changed from being an electrical engineer. That was a poor life choice to being a history major. And my mom was like, well, now if that's what you think is best.
They never interfered.
Oh, I could read between the lines.
She was not happy with that.
Well, she was happy. She's like, what the hell are you going to do with the history degree, son? I said, well, Mom, I'm going to fly planes. By the way,
yeah.
And by the way, I'm very happy that as you would honestly tell me, I got a BS in BS.
Yes, you did.
Anyway.
And you've used it beautifully since.
Okay. Dun-dun-dun. Here's our second question.
Last question.
What's your favorite memory with me?
That I can share?
You can share whatever you want.
No.
But, no. This is a family show.
There are some things that are very special that I will.
Okay, your favorite PG rated memory with me. There you go. How's that?
I think one of the most powerful moments that we've talked about, one of the most life-changing moments where, there's two things. So, because to me, they kind of go hand in hand because
you really overthink every one of these answers, don't you?
It starts in 2008 when we were at Black Rock, when we renewed our wedding vows on the back porch. And then it culminates in 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 2018, I think, when you kind of took the leadership of our home as the head of our home spiritually.
That's a very long memory.
Well, the two things
My memory is not that long.
The two things go hand in hand for me because it was because of one thing, one choice we made that led to 8 or 9 years later, the culmination of that choice, which had been a prayer of mine for like 30 years.
Okay. Wow.
That's my favorite. And of course, the day our children were born. Those are really special memories for me.
Mine is not.
Especially when Courtney was born because she cried like a baby.
It's because I was flim-flammed by the doctor.
No, you cried because you had a little girl.
I did, but I was also flim-flammed
and you were
by the doctor into cutting the cord because I had no intention of cutting the cord the second time after I did it with Jonathan, and the doctor bamboozled me. Anyway, let's see. What is my favorite memory? That's a good one.
With me.
Could be coming home from the first deployment. Well, it could be coming home from the second deployment. Now, to be fair, when we came home from the second deployment, the ship.
You came home.
The ship moored, tied up to the pier. They allowed people to come on, and you actually got to come on first. No.
Your second deployment was to Puerto Rico, dear.
No, well,
your third.
Well, okay. Sorry.
Deployment. I remember them all.
Yeah. Okay. My first deployment on the Enterprise.
Listen.
I came home, tied up. You got to come on first because you were dumb enough to volunteer to be Wives Club president twice after insisting you would never, ever, ever, ever do that after being in the squadron and going, oh my gosh, these women are crazy.
Wow.
That's the topic of another conversation. You walked right by me to your dad.
My dad was standing
You're
directly
like, oh, you
in
were
front
just
of
one
me.
of those 300 guys standing in khakis. I didn't recognize
Sweetheart, first of all, you were behind people. You were not in the front row.
I saw you.
And I'm going to be quiet now.
You went to your father who's standing
because he was
there.
standing in the front row. And I looked at Dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, where's Jerry? And Dad looked at me because he had gone on the Tiger Cruise. So the families had gone out 3 days prior to kind of come into shore with you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's standing there and he's like, your husband is right behind you. I'm like, oh, there he is.
Yeah, there he is. There's another cute guy in khakis. There's 300 of his friends. Anyway.
Not my finest Navy wife moment.
Not. You're fine.
But how is that your favorite memory?
So what happened afterwards, I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Bum. You were very contrite and made it up to me. Ooh, let me see. How red is your face now? Oh, mission accomplished. Bum.
Please stop. Oh my gosh. It's really warm in here.
Yep.
Okay. So if you'd like to comment on this podcast, ask us a question.
Or just go, what the heck was that?
what just happened and
What just
how
happened
did I
there?
waste so many minutes of my life
Oh, now,
listening
come
to
on.
these crazy people?
If you've ever watched a Hallmark movie, you know exactly what we're talking about, right? Don't.
Yes, but
pretend
it's all the other stuff around that conversation.
Oh,
What are you doing? Oh my goodness, he's pulling up the phone number because we have yet to memorize it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to
hold on.
leave
They
a
always do
comment.
that. I hate when they do that.
Okay. You know what? The phone number will be on
The show notes.
the show notes.
But I know I can do it. Hold on. No, I must because now it's
Subscribe
annoying.
wherever you subscribe on
Wait, you
YouTube.
should be
Subscribe.
logged in. Oh, you
This is
commies.
happening live.
I hate this.
I can't.
Really. All right. It'll be in
cannot.
the show notes because now your computer is being a pain and we are totally not prepared for this.
We are so, I do not know why you said this
What?
was a good idea. Let's do a
Because-
podcast, Mary.
It is a good idea.
Okay.
Never mind.
Y'all, we need you to subscribe on YouTube,
Oh,
Apple,
look, it's right there. Give me the
Spotify,
Let me see.
or wherever you watch and or listen to
Oh yeah, definitely follow us.
podcasts.
And
You can follow us on Instagram. You can call this number that as soon as Jerry puts in the Google ID, and leave a text message.
we have
a
not to be fair, we have gotten some text messages. We have gotten
voicemail.
some. All right, here's your number. Go ahead, honey bear.
Jeez.
We did it.
571
571
354
354
0351.
0351. That's right. It's Sunday. Call 571 354 0351.
We apologize
I told you
that
I
you
had a
can never
plan.
get this time back.
No, I don't.
How was this a plan?
Everything
How?
proceeded as I had foreseen. That's even better. Darth Vader in a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Those are not your cookies.
These are not the cookies you're looking for. I find your lack of decoration disturbing.
Okay. Well, I don't even know how to end this. I just don't even know
seriously,
what to do.
Sometimes I feel like that guy, Red 5, going into the trench run when you're like, it's time to decorate. Oh, gosh, I'm going in. I'm going in.
Wow. Okay.
We're totally unscripted yet again.
Thanks
And
for
we
joining
thank
us,
you
guys.
for your support. I'm Jerry,
I'm Mary.
and this was the Mary and Jerry
Jerry
Train Wreck
podcast.